people. We
Definitely,
submit
yes.
especially disability people and poor people. I think I think that religion are good.
Uh-huh. Of
And
course.
mm, and I read some book. They said that like the Jesus and Buddhist and Mohammed, they are the people who create that
Ah,
the religion. So they are all very super intelligent people.
yeah, of
So
course.
can learn a lot from them. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that they are they have a they are talent more than talent people. I mean that
Definitely.
they are, yes, yes. So we can learn a lot from them. Of course,
Yeah.
learn and practice the way they do. Very difficult,
Course.
not easy at all
Of
for a
course. Of course. Yeah,
person. Yes, but we can learn a lot of the good
yeah.
thing from them.
Definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. No matter what religion, so it's no matter. So, as you said, Buddhism or Catholicism are different, of course. So, in the world, we have no idea how many, because really we have no idea. Maybe they're light, but we have no idea. We only know what actually when taught by our ancestors, or for example, our, I don't know, parents. But as you said, yes, no matter what it is, just learn. Yeah, they were really super intelligent, as you said, talented at that time, especially. So, of course, they actually had different mind, different belief, different opinion, and actually maybe different matters and issues. So, of course, why not? Just combine them, learn from this one. But you need to, because of this, we can't, it's really difficult to talk about these matters. You know why? Because actually, you should study, investigate a lot to know. For example, I myself, I have no idea. So I just, the only thing that I know is to be good one, try to help people, try to, I don't know, have a really big heart, just, kind hearted, just this to be this and no more. But what can I do? So about some details. So sometimes some of my students, for example, they share me something and I'm like, wow, I don't know, really don't know anything. I have nothing about it. Maybe it's good. It's good. Why not? We can learn about it. But I think the purpose, the end, the goal of all these actual religions all around the world, whatever they are, is to be actually a good one is to show your best and just this, so no difference, like yeah. And so let's see, yesterday we talked about of course your resolution, and just I remember, yeah, we talked about the words and phrases here, and we have, do you remember this one?
Yes,
SMART goals. SMART. Specific,
yes,
measurable, attainable, relevant, time based. Now, let's watch the video together. That is actually this one, okay? And answer these questions. So, what does SMART or SMART stand for? Why should we set a specific goal? What are the examples the speaker used to illustrate the measurability, attainability, and relevancy? And does the speaker think that people work more effectively when they set a deadline? Why? Do you agree with the speaker, and do you think you can use this method to set your own goals? Okay, now let me share it here. We can have both of them. I think here to see the questions. Well, here you can see the questions as well. Okay, it's better now. Let's get started.
Hey, kings and queens! I'm sure most of you have dreams, but in order to make them come true, dreaming is usually not enough. There is a great method called SMART, which helps you set goals wiser and transform your dreams into concrete goals. Instead of being far away, your dreams become achievable. SMART criteria means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Specific. You should know exactly what you want. Not kind of, not almost, but exactly. Vague goals are much harder to achieve, so you need to define them as clearly as you can. This way you will know what you need to do in order to get what you want. But if your goal is vague, you will be confused. I want to be rich. That's not well defined. Instead, say I want to earn $8,000 per month with my online business and own a house which I will rent for $1,000 a month. You can be even more specific than that and write down more details. Measurable. How would you know if you achieved your goal? Think of ways to measure your progress. Break your larger goals into smaller ones so you can know whenever you accomplish something. I want to be a singer. That's not measurable. What defines a singer? Who decides what makes someone a singer, and how can you know if you become one? Some ways to measure your progress towards this dream can be writing a song, releasing an album, performing in front of an audience, or getting paid to perform. One side note, the fact that you make music and do what you love is already a huge success. Attainable. I've gotta say something about this one. I'm in favor of dreaming big and aiming high. My dreams are far beyond the sky. After all, everything is impossible before it happens. People used to think that everything that can be invented has been invented, but new things are still being invented day after day, and yet you need to feel the progress. You need to see that you accomplish things along the way. Your dreams can be as crazy as you want, but set sub-goals that will push you to keep going. Focus more on what's in your control and less on the final result. For example, instead of "I want that there will be no more poverty in the world," focus on people you want to help to, events you want to organize, donation you can collect, a charity organization you can establish, and so on. Relevant. Why do you do what you do? Does it help you move towards your goal? Make sure that the actions you take are relevant. I want $150,000 a year. Okay, but for what? So I can have a financial freedom. So I can save up enough money for retirement. So I can donate and help people. Know the answer for why you want what you want and think if the steps you take are relevant and really push you forward. Time bound. If you don't set deadlines, you have unlimited time to achieve your goals and you lose focus. Once you set a schedule or a deadline, you become committed. That's why many people become super productive or finish their tasks at the last minute. I want to have 10,000 subscribers. Okay, I can have them 20 years from now. So one of my goals is I want to have 10,000 subscribers before November. Now that I have a deadline, I can see what actions I can take in order to achieve that. Upload more frequently, collaborate with other YouTubers, advertise my channel, and many other options. So like I said before, don't use it the wrong way of dreaming small or only desire things that seem achievable. On the contrary, think outside of the box and don't be afraid to dream big. The SMART criteria is a great tool that can help you focus and be practical. Thank you for watching. I invite you to join Freedom Kingdom. Hit the subscribe.
Well, okay, so let's talk about them one by one. The first one, okay, so SMART, smart. So the first one, S stand for,
Specific.
of course,
Specific.
why? According to the way, what do you think and why? We should make our goals more specific, not general.
Yes. The author said that we need to make the goal as clear as possible, as clear as we can, and if we make our goal very big, so it's very confused, and we can be lose our concentration. So specific is very important.
Of course, it helps to stay more focused. Like, of course, when it's so general, so like, so you don't know what you really want. Just you want to be, as we had, is okay. I want to be rich, so it's not okay. How? So maybe no. So it's better to say that okay, I want to make money. For example, that much money. This is better. So yes. And the next one, why should we? The next one, M, measurable.
And measure. Measure.
Measurable,
Measure.
measurable, of course, measurable.
Measure.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can
measure.
measure it, measurable, of course. Yes.
Yeah. So we can measurable. We need to have a way, the way to achieve our goal. Um, yes, and I just hear that.
Measure your progress. So that is really important. Yes, it's like when you want to accomplish something, okay, when you set a goal, it's important to measure your progress so that you can track your achievements. So, for example, I want to be, as we just watched, I want to be a singer. Well, of course, I want to be a singer. It's not measurable. It's not. Okay, you need to do something. I can wait if you. Okay.
No, no, teacher.
Okay, very good. So I want to be a singer, as we just watched. It's not measurable. But so because we say what truly defines a singer. So who I don't know. It's like what you want to become. Okay, so for example, it's better to make your goal measurable. What is that? For example, writing song. For example, releasing an album. I don't know, performing in front of an audience. So you can see if I'm making progress. But when I say I want to be a singer, so what is this? Can you measure? No. So you need to actually have different section, different part that you can measure. Like, and then, for example, there are some milestones. Okay, of course, they will help you access your progress. So actually, it's really important. For example, you're already making music. Okay, so you are doing what you love. Okay, this is a huge success, but it shows that you are on the right path. So it's really important to measure your progress step by step. And the second one,
Second one. The second. The
attainable.
third one.
The third
Attainable.
one,
The third. Yes. The third one is attainable. No, attainable.
yes.
Um, she said that need to be possible. It means that our goal is need to be possible, and we need to invent a lot of things to 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 be able to reach the goal, and the invention day after day need to be done day after day.
Yeah, of course. As you said, so yes, we need to make them smaller. Smaller goals are more achievable. For example, we had actually like that was I like that that's part of video that said everything seems like I don't know impossible before it happens. So I liked it, yeah, of course. For example, but when it comes to invention at that time, so actually, yeah, new invention. So how what they thought about so new invention at that time, totally impossible. But when you actually set smaller goals, achievable,
More.
of course, that will motivate you because you can see your progress. Okay, I could
Yeah.
make it. I could, but when I have a really big one, so I feel like, okay, and I can't see my program. For example, I want to be the richest person in the world. What is this? No, I want to do this. I want to buy, for example, one property, then I can change it into two, and then I can make progress. So this is the meaning of attainable. So, yes, because we say that things are normally or often like difficult, seem difficult or unattainable until
Mhm.
they are achieved. So you feel like no, yeah, until they're achieved. So you can say things
often appear. Things often
yeah
appear
or
when
difficult.
unattainable or difficult until the end. They achieve
Chips, of course.
it
Yes.
unattainable.
Yeah.
Unattainable.
Well, and are remember
Are relevant.
relevant,
Relevant.
of course.
Yes, are relevant. She said that we should uh, give out the steps on step we need to do to achieve the goal and put it forward. Put it forward. Yes, I I only can listen to
Well,
things.
yeah, of course, I could catch. So I could, of course, you could listen. Just yes, it's like maybe the steps we need to take to reach the goal and move forward. Yeah. So because you said we should give out all the steps and we need to do something to achieve the goal, put it forward. No, of course. So it's like, we should maybe like lay out the steps. And of course,
Layout.
yeah, of course, lay out this all the steps and we need to take to reach the goal. So that is really important. Layout means plan.
Yes, plan. Layout. Plan.
Yeah. Okay, for example, we need to outline so what we need and then move forward
Yes.
with it. Yeah, just continue progressing. So take action,
Take action. Yes,
of
teacher.
course. And the last one, that is time. That's really
Time.
important. Deadline and
Yes.
time. So
Time. So time about we need to make a deadline to achieve goal, and we need to commit with our deadline to be able to reach our goal.
definitely yes. Definitely yes. Yes, we need to be loyal. So it's like, the time
Lo-
because when I know that, for example, okay, I need to do this project completed by, for example, next week. So, okay, I organize everything, I manage it so I can. But when I say that, okay, I will do it. So, of course, we don't. So, okay, I have time tomorrow, maybe the next day. So, it's better to have a time limit. And do you have it, for example, of course, I think you really need. So, do you have it so when you want to do something, you decide do something, do you normally just put a time limit or a deadline for yourself?
Yes, I do it very frequently, especially for my task in the office. I need to make deadline, and my deadline normally in a day, in 2 days, or in a week, or in a month. So by that by divide the duration to commit deadline. I think it's a very I think it's a skill also. We need to understand deeply about how the work, how the task can be done, and how long does it take to be finished that task, so we can make a very good deadline. Yes. So for some deadline, I often I often give my team deadline to finish every task of my team. So normally I give them a week to finish a task, and in case at the Friday that task, for example, a report doesn't complete it, my team need to assign a member to go to the office every on Saturday morning to work more to prolong time to finish the task.
Ah,
So yes, that is the way I commit the deadline, and that is the way I make deadline. It in whenever we make deadline, we need to commit and we need to follow to
of,
achieve to finish that good task by deadline.
of
That's
course.
the rule.
Of course,
Yes.
very
So
good. Yeah, so?
yeah, so by that way, my team often meet requirement from management, and 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 we are appreciated by commit deadline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
so I
course.
think that's very good way. Yeah, good
Of
way
course.
to make deadline and to follow deadline.
Yeah, of course, very good. That is, so you set a deadline and you stick to it. You keep going. So
Yes.
because yeah, of course. And you said you divide actually time. So for example, divide the work into like manageable parts. So you can say that I break down the time frame. So break down
Break down.
the time
Break
frame. Yeah, frame. What is that actually to divide? That is dividing the work, for example, into manageable parts. So you can manage them. So it's like,
Yes.
especially you need it because so different parts, then you can control, you can actually, this is a realistic deadline. So that is really important. So if your team can't finish, can't wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap the project, I mean, it means to finish, to complete it. Of course, they need to stay, they need to of course, work harder to finish, to meet the deadline. So that is really important. So, for example, they need to go to the office, they need to work to wrap it up, to finish it. Okay. And sometimes it takes longer than expected. So, maybe, but it should be done. So, of course, it should be done. Well, and now, let me ask you, in total, in general, do you agree with the speaker? Like, do you think we need to use this method actually to set our goals? Or no, you feel like that, no, not all of them, maybe?
I think that it's very totally good to make deadline and to make a goal, to make the goal, especially especially when we work in team, and we should have a frame time. I mean that a total work need to do, and frame time, as you say, that is the frame time. And we sometimes, if that is a big project, we should it should be divided into many parts, and we need to follow it's the deadline. We need to divide the whole project into smaller part, and it should be have a good deadline to follow each part also, so all member of the team know clearly about the job, the task they need to do, and the time they need to complete it. So that's why it's very very good when we work in team, and when we have a very clear target need to be achieved. Now that's it. I think that that is one. But on the other hand, for personally, to make the goal for personal, I think that is another thing different with the task in the office, because for our goal, for the personal goal, uh, I think that it is more more generable. No, more general.
Achievable, you mean?
It's more, it means that for that, at my case, I think for a personal goal, sometimes I need to do it in 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. It takes a very long time, not only just a week, a month we cannot do anything. But for example, 6 months, when I want to achieve certificate in for chief accountant, for example, I need to work. I need to follow in 6 months, and for example, for to improve my English level, I think that is need to 2 years. Yes, and to invest into to buy a new apartment, to have a extra income, that income every month. So I need to do it in 10 years. So I save money during 10 years,
Of
because
course.
every month after receive salary, I need to use my salary to pay on the living cost, and I just have a very little amount for saving. So I need to save in 10 years. After 10 years of hard working, I have a apartment, and it you for rent. Yes,
Yeah.
and so I think that for personal goal, it's it I think that the time is more longer,
Of
longer
course.
than some tasks in the office, and it's more flexible. The two each to every individual. It means that the goal for each one different. This
Of
one
course.
is different from that one. So I think that the goal for work we do in the office, for a group of people is totally different with the personal goal. The goal for only apply for a person.
Definitely, yes. I definitely agree with you. Totally different. So it's like, when it comes to project or, for example, office, yeah, of course, you can set clear goal and, of course, you can set deadline. Yeah, and as you said divide the project. This is big project. You need to break down. Break
That's that.
down. Yes,
Yeah.
break it down into smaller parts. So break down into smaller parts. We divide them. So and then each part, okay, for each part you need to set its own deadline. For example, this part 1 day, this part, for example, 2 days. This is actually the better way. But when it comes to personal goals, of course, it's totally different. Long
Yeah.
term, actually, we need to plan for long term. It's not something that you can achieve in, for example, 1 day or 2 days. Of course, maybe takes even 3, 4, okay, more years. So it's not just, you can't accomplish just, I don't know, a week or a month. So it can be really frustrating. And sometimes it makes you just unmotivated. You don't want. So, of course, if you want to actually keep just reach your goal, so for example you need to move forward, but step by step, as you said, for your personal. So you need to maybe uh, dedicate more time and effort. So you need to commit, okay, to working toward your goal. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it? It means you need to dedicate time and effort to achieving your goal. So you need to put in time, effort, and then you can achieve. So you need to commit to working toward your goal. So that is really important. And of course, uh, it can take, as you just said, it can take longer than expected. So you feel like that I can make it in 1 year, but no, actually. So it's really normal. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, about your New Year's we talked about this New Year resolution. So of course we talked. So let's okay, this one. Uh think back of the time you failed to achieve your resolution. What could be the possible causes for it? So have you ever failed? What was that? And what was the reason?
Many times I failed deadline, and I was very stressful and very headache, and sometimes I like some failure. It means that like we go under a tunnel and there's no way out of to get out of that tunnel. So many things, many times I fail deadline. And one time I remember that happened 5 years ago when I moved to a new company, and in the interview I was very confident with my capability, but when I received I was recruited, and I was assigned that tax. That's the I need to make a report about 100 pages in a month, and I need to visit the credit committee to get approval, and that's a foreign company, and uh, I was confident because I did that job, that task frequently when I worked in a Vietnamese company. But when I moved to a foreign company, when I work with English, so it's challenging, and I
It was totally different.
many phrases I didn't understand that time, and that I could not imagine when it come to English. It's totally different. So
Yeah, right.
the
Yeah.
way they do that company do totally different with the way
Oh, the widow's freezing. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hello?
Vietnamese
Ah, it's
company
okay.
do.
Oh, what happened? It's on
Yeah,
hold. Oh, it's okay now. It's okay now. I can see you.
a cone is coming, so I think that it is paused for some seconds.
Nice.
Turn back to the story.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah, of course.
so
More
you see, at that time I was very nervous. I drink three coffee glasses every day, and I work with my report up to till 10 p.m. in
Oh.
the office. Yeah, and my husband, it lasts for 3 months, and many times my husband cannot he could not wait for me for a long time for late in the evening, so he
Ah.
tried, and he drove to my office, and he called me go back home. That time
Ah.
I was very nervous, and that I could not commit the deadline with my management. So I don't. It means that I didn't remember anything else outside my report, and
Yeah.
I just want to do it as quick as I can. But at that time, because my English level is very low, so
Yeah.
I could, yeah, I could not understand how
Ah,
to it. Yeah, with my report in one page in English, and that's
yeah, of course.
the first time I work with English style. So I could not. At the end, after 3 months, I could not complete that report, and my management very angry, angry with me, and
Yeah.
I work with the SR department. Of course,
Ah,
they need to recruit new person to replace me and to
ah,
finish to finish their requirement.
of
So
course.
but they I think that she's still very kind to me, that she share me personally that I my competent my capability is not required the is not meet the requirement, so I need to find another job, and
Ah,
she gave me 3 months 3 months to find another job. That is very kind
ah.
enough to me that time, and I quickly find a new job. And
Ah, that's so actually, yeah, I can definitely understand how you felt. So you were
yeah,
really, yeah, you were really stressed out. So it was like, sometimes, let me give you a good phrase here. Sometimes you feel like that you stuck in a tunnel, okay, with no way out. Just you feeling just trapped, okay, with no solution. You can't escape. So it's like, okay, yeah, that is so stressful, and I understand that. So, but of course, the result, so maybe the period was so difficult, challenging for you, so stressful, but of course, the consequence and what happened then, so good. So, at least this one.
yeah,
Let me give you some good words. So, the first one, when you want to say that I was anxious, extremely stressed, you can say stressed out. So we normally use this. I was stressed out. Okay, that means
uh,
extremely stressed, anxious. So
really,
this one. And
it's,
the next one, so you felt like that you were failing, just you felt overwhelmed, okay? Mentally exhausted, I mean. Mentally exhausted. This is a good one that you can use. So you felt really overwhelmed. It's like, of course, that's moment because you felt like that you were stuck in a tunnel with
uh,
no way out. Like,
uh,
stuck in
uh,
something. Yeah, of course. Just stuck in something that you couldn't find solution. Okay, what can I do here? So I can manage, I can do it. So you were assigned some task that you had, maybe it was so difficult, and of course, you had done similar task, but the experience was totally different. So everyone, I think, everyone, just at least once, experienced something like this during the life. So
but
I think it's so normal, yeah. But
you see, after that failure, I think that is gave me a very good lesson. Yes, and the first thing that the best lesson I can learn from that situation is that should consider very carefully when we accept new things. We accept to do new things. So I think that we should consider very carefully about our capability, if we are suitable or not. In case we do not suitable with that job, should say no, because
definitely,
that
yes.
job is high back and very good to learn English. have a good chance to learn English, but my capability is not enough to follow that child. So I think that that's the lesson, the very good lesson I learned from that case. And another thing I learned that how to manage deadline. Deadline is very, very important. And I learned from that my situation about how to complete deadline. And from that time, I because I faced very challenging about deadline because of deadline. So after that, I always follow. I learn. I know that deadline is very very important in job, and management appreciate person can who can commit deadline. That's one thing. And the second thing, now after that failure, I am now the person who always follow very good follow well deadline. So that is
Yeah.
two big lesson I learned from that failure.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. Actually, I think the biggest takeaway, as you said, the first one was the biggest takeaway. I want to use this word. It means the lesson that you learn. So, yeah, that is you need to be really careful about the responsibilities that you take. So you take it, but you are not sure about maybe your capabilities. So if I can, so you need to think carefully about your own capabilities. Okay, that is perfect. And I say, I want to have it, but if I can make it, so that is really important. So I think why not? It was good experience for you. So it was valuable lesson. And so you could learn. So why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe sometimes something offers great chance, okay? That is a great opportunity. So you feel like you don't think, you feel like I just want to have it. This is actually what I really want to do. But you, because of this, you don't consider your ability. If I can make it, so if that's something that I can, so yes, I definitely agree with you. But I believe, that is my opinion, that time, so we can do everything, just the time is different. Sometimes you don't need that much time. So for example, I can do it in 1 week. I can do the same thing maybe in 1 year. So the time is different. There is nothing like I can't. I think this is my, actually maybe my opinion, my belief, that everyone in the world can do everything. There is nothing. So you only need I want to use the word just underestimate. Don't underestimate your capability. Just consider the time. For example, okay, now I'm not good at English. No worries, I will be. Just in, maybe not in 1 day, but in 1 year. So
Yeah.
why not?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is my lesson from life.
It's a great teacher.
Yeah, of course. And now you're
That's good.
successful. That is really
Yeah.
important. Yeah. And now
Yes.
you are the best in what you do. And that is the most important thing now. So you can. Well, okay. And that's it. We talked about this topic in detail, and there is nothing to say more. I tried to give you some good, these phrases, all these phrases that you can see are actually like, just conversational and natural phrases that we normally use in conversation, daily conversations. So exactly similar to what you said, but more natural and more conversational, and you can use them in different contexts. Okay. Well, okay, it's time to go now. Again, it was really good time with you, and I really enjoyed talking. You were perfect, like always, and have a great
Yes.
Sunday.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you for
You're
your lesson.
welcome. You're
Have a
welcome.
good night.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much. Thank you. Of course. See you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.